Welcome back to part 2 of my non-fiction favourites. Today is all about the books that I find most helpful and inspirational when I'm working in the garden. Growing our own food, trying to live sustainably, trying to do things organically, like whatever it is, that element of self-sufficiency that I'm trying to introduce into my lifestyle. I have 3 books today that I'm going to share with you guys that are really helpful and inspirational for that. So let's get right into it. Before I forget, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you enjoy this video, it would really be appreciated. I'm absolutely loving making videos, and it's really an extra bonus when people tell me through likes and subscribes and comments that they like them too. So, okay, let's go. So, book number 1 in gardening, sustainability, eco-living, not really sure, is the most basic of garden educations because I know nothing. No one's ever taught me to garden. I'm learning on the fly, definitely learning as I go, and there are just some things that I will never be able to remember and will always have to refer to a book for. So, this is The Gardener's Year, which is very handy. It was a little difficult to track down, and I don't really know why, because this was actually recommended on Dainty Dress Diaries YouTube channel. I will link that if I can find it down below. I can't remember what video she mentioned it in, but she uses this as well, and mostly because it's got the tabbed sections in it for like what time of year it is, so it tells you exactly what you need to be doing in the garden at the particular time of year that you're in. So it's a really easy kind of document. Basically, you just flip to the section that you need and just do what it tells you to. Really great for beginners, really great for learning and trying to remember those little tricky finicky things that you always forget about. I bought this on Amazon, but it was quite tricky to track down. This is actually secondhand off Amazon, so I will try and find one to link in the description for you guys, and hopefully I succeed. So if you're interested, hopefully it'll be in the description box. The next practical gardening sustainability book that I refer to quite a lot is this one, Practical Self-Sufficiency by Dick and James Strawbridge. This is the only other educational book that I'm using at the moment. I definitely want to add more to my little collection, but right now this is one that I'm referring to quite a bit, mostly because it really is complete. It takes you through everything from growing your own food to keeping livestock and bees and building solar panels and going completely off grid. Like, it really is a 100% everything you need to know to completely go off grid if you want to. It's really informational. It's very educational. I don't sit down and read this unless I'm looking for something specific. That is the only thing. It's not massively readable, but what I do know is that when something comes up that I'm not sure about and that I don't know what to do or that I've never experienced before, I can guarantee that it's somewhere in this book, and that makes it really easy. And it, you know, there's really like cool little tips and projects for like recycling stuff and, you know, using what you've already got and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And it's really, this is one of those books that I think if you're interested in being even a little bit more self-sufficient, it's worth having, because you will always come across little problems and plot twists that you wouldn't necessarily have thought of, and this can definitely just give you like a little boost, and it will give you the actual physical know-how to do whatever it is you need to do. Last but not least, obviously, because we love him, we love Monty Don. Down to Earth by Monty Don is the most readable gardening book I've come across as of yet, and I love his writing style. It's so soothing and really poetic, and kind of, it gives you this real sense of how romantic and idyllic gardening can be, and it really, you can really feel that he feels the magic of gardening and of growing your own food and of just being outdoors and creating something from the literal dirt under your feet. It's really, really inspirational. The way he writes about gardening is beautiful. And I think even though he's not all about sustainability and specifically growing your own food, this is one of those books that when I'm lacking in motivation to get out and do the things that I've learnt about in this is what will get me up to do it, because it instills that sense of magic and creation in you, which I think is really, really lovely. It also has some of the most beautiful production value. Like, you would not think that a photo of some garden tools could be so pleasing and aesthetic, but it's just lovely. And he does also have, everything is broken down in sections. So you've got the seasons themselves, elements of garden design, using color, wildlife gardening, container gardening, ponds, wildlife, veg gardening is also in there. And then when you get through all of that, which is all super helpful, you've also got a month-by-month breakdown at the back of what needs to be doing in the garden. Like that's May. Isn't it pretty? And I love these like quotes, like these separate snippets of what he's written in bigger font. They kind of really draw your eye, and it's always the most useful, inspirational stuff that he's written that's in there. So Down to Earth by Monty Don is definitely one of my favorite gardening books. I definitely come back to it again and again, and it is super handy to get that motivation to do all the slightly drier stuff that you're learning about in there. So I like it. A combination of them is really, really useful, I'm finding. Those are my favorite 3 non-fiction books for eco-living, gardening, growing your own food, whatever you want to call it. The inspirational source material behind the Green Life series here on the channel. Well, there's a link in the description for that. If you have any recommendations for any similar kind of books on sustainability, eco-living, growing your own food, anything like that, please drop me a comment and let me know below. I would be really excited to see that. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed this video, to please hit like and subscribe. That would be super helpful, and I will love you forever if you do that. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!